What up, what up, what up? It's Shit Talking Tuesday, and we're your hosts, Mariah and Ty. Ty, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm doing good. It's good to see you. How you feeling tonight?
Feeling all right, feeling all right. Chat, what's up? Good to see you. Hope
What
everybody's
up?
doing well. Happy Shit Talking Tuesday. We got some good stuff to talk about. Man, like last week, we were all nervous, not sure what was going on. Like the 49ers weren't interviewing that many people. Like it seemed
Yep.
like they had all their eggs in the Saleh basket. And it's like, well, what if this happens? What if that happens?
Yeah.
Well, what if this happens? Well, eventually everything fell into place and the 49ers got their guy back. Saleh back with the 49ers. So super excited about that. Because honestly, I was not thrilled about any of the other guys that they interviewed and or rumors of other guys they were interested in. Like
Right.
I wasn't thrilled with any of them. So I'm very excited that Saleh's back. Chat, let us know how you're feeling. How you're feeling about Saleh. We'll get into the special teams move as well, but let's do one at a time. So start with Saleh. And while you're at it, hashtag Saleh to get into the first giveaway. Hashtag Saleh. But yeah, let us know how you're feeling, chat, about Saleh coming back. Ty, how you feeling about Saleh being back?
I feel good. We know we got an experienced guy, and he's a guy we know. We're comfortable with him. More importantly, the players are comfortable with him, right? They know what to expect, what he's going to call. They got a rapport already. There's no learning curve with each other. And more importantly, he knows how to run the defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the freaking guy that installed it. So he knows how to run it best. So I think he'll have these guys humming once again, firing on all cylinders. It's nothing but good vibes. It's all positive, right? There's no question marks, no second guessing. Oh, I wonder how. Nope, none of that. We already know what to expect. So it's all good. And, the 49ers were patient. They waited for their guy and they got him.
Yep.
I'm so glad they didn't say, oh, well, he's coaching, he's, interviewing for other jobs. Let's go hire this guy instead.
Right.
They stayed firm and stayed true and was like, we're going to wait. Because if we could get him, let's get him. Yeah. So I'm so happy they did that.
Yeah, and even at the last minute, probably like 2 hours maybe before the news broke, that officially, he was coming back. There started being talks about, I saw the Cowboys, like beat writers and, content creators and whatnot posting that, it was rumored that they were trying to get Saleh over there as their DC.
Yep.
And I'm like, hell no, but from everything that we heard, it was that there was like a gentleman's agreement with Shanahan that if I don't, Saleh said, if I don't get a head coaching job, I'm not going to go and be a DC anywhere else. Like, you have my word that I'll come back and be the DC here. So, glad that, and we have some other funny news about the Cowboys that we'll get into. But I'm glad, and I went into a Cowboy space because they had, announced their head coach and whatnot. So I went into the Cowboy space to hear them all crashing out and crying in there. And they were even like, I don't understand why we couldn't have got Saleh. And I was just putting up the laughing emojis.
Right.
Like, sorry, losers.
Exactly.
You're going to go over there and suck.
Yeah, sucks to be you.
Yep. Don, what's good? Hope you're doing well. Rob D, what up, what up? Fazil, what's good? What's good? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's been a little bit. Yeah. So along with Saleh coming back, things that we've heard, obviously, we haven't heard directly from anybody. But the rumors are that he was told he can get his, in the draft, he has his say so on the defensive side, obviously, to get the guys that he feels fit to get this defense back to where it needs to be. He said that the main emphasis, like they're trying to go back to, is to get this defense faster, which I'm glad to hear, because like I feel like that's something that not only like, we still have, and especially this past season without Greenlaw, like one of our true hard hitting thumpers, I felt like this last season we were lacking speed and lacking that toughness that the 49ers normally have on defense, like to where we were usually the bullies and we were out there getting bullied instead. Like that's how it felt. So I'm glad to get, hear that Saleh wants to get back to, being that hard hitting, fast, playing with their ass on fire defense. Because that's what our guys are good at. Like, even as soon as this announced, like shortly after, Fred Warner had already posted on Instagram, posting a picture of him and Saleh. So I know that they're like, he's super hyped, especially to get his guy back. So now we're all wanting, a lot of the faithful are wanting O-line with that first draft pick. But now that Saleh's back, we know how Saleh is with his D-line.
Yep. And we know how John Lynch is with his D-line.
So now you got two against Shanahan. Who knows if he don't seem like he wants to protect Purdy either. So probably three against the faithful. Right. So faithful, we're probably going to lose again in the draft, just so you guys know. Don't all your mock drafts, throw them out the window.
Everybody screaming O-line, O-line, O-line. Well.
However, right now, is the Senior Bowl is going on. So we got some 49er content creators out there. One being, the GOAT, Steph Sanchez. Yep. So definitely for Thursday's show, we'll be tapping into her once she gets done. The show's going to be a little bit later than usual, but once she gets done driving and whatnot, we'll be able to get all the firsthand, info coming out of the Senior Bowl. But so far, I've been looking at a lot of the posts, just from not even just from 49ers, people, but from everybody in general. And it seems like there's a lot of good O-line and D-line prospects at the Senior Bowl right now. Like, man, even like they posted, like, I think it was last night, they started posting like their measurements and all that stuff. And it's just like, wow, this class, and that's just a group of, whoever was invited to the Senior Bowl. Yeah. And it's already looking like it's going to be a pretty good, deep class. So hopefully if they don't go O-line with the first pick, and they do stay at that number, and let's say they draft D-line, which I'm actually fine with. I talk shit just because, that's how it is. It feels like we drafted D-line forever. Right. But if they can get, either move up in, with again, or with that second pick, if they're able to still get somebody, fill one of those O-line needs, whether it's center, whether it's, you get somebody that can play multiple positions. Like I seen some guy, I probably have his name saved, but he is the shining star of the Senior Bowl today. And he's O-line, and they said that he's playing every single position across the line and was standing out at all the positions. So like if we could get somebody like that, say with that second pick, like I'm fine that they go D-line with the first, but you better address O-line within those first two picks.
Exactly.
Whether it's the first one or it's the second one, like we need, and then the third one too, or
it's the first time in years we're drafting high in the rounds. So get those guys, man. It's a good draft for the trenches from the reports. Senior Bowl, get those guys who played 4, 5 years, 6 years. They got tons of experience and they're good at what they're due. Invest those high draft picks on those guys.
Yeah. Yep. Hashtag Sala
Jess?
to the giveaway. Hashtag Sala. And Rob, you spelt Sala wrong, so it ain't gonna register like that. Jess, what's good?
Every week, somebody spells it wrong.
I know.
Somebody gets the hashtag wrong.
Corona. What up,
What's
Corona?
up?
Hashtag Sala. SALEH. Get your asses in there. Let me show you what we got today. We're going to start off with Bosa, CMC, and Purdy. So we got Bosa. I like the CMC. It's like a old style type.
Oh, cool.
Type of thingamajigger. And then we got a clear Purdy with tape on his head. Okay. Then we are going to go Gorendo.
Mm-hmm. That's BY.
BY, Bryant Young, and Renardo Green.
All right.
We also have a new swiper. Since last week, the swiper was given out. So we have a new swiper.
Nice.
Brock Purdy. Brock, I was trying to add Purdy and Vortex together at the same time. It didn't work out that well. Brock Purdy Vortex will be the new swiper card. So we'll see if we get a swiper today. So hashtag Sala. Get in there. Even if there's just a couple of you, we're going to draw. Oh, no, Corona.
Condolences.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Jason, what's good?
What's going on, my guy?
All right, let me pull this up. So chat, now that a couple more of you are in here, let us know how you're feeling about Sala coming back. Are you hyped? Let us know. Let me pull up this giveaway here so we can draw. There's only 3 of you in there, so only 3.
You better get in there. These cards are dope.
All right, so that's how you get in there in case, somebody's new, somebody's don't sure how to spell it, somebody whatever. Hashtag. That's all you got to do. Drop it in the chat. Hashtag SALEH to get into the giveaway. All right, we're going to draw Bosa, CMC, and then Purdy.
Let's go.
That's okay. I'll still draw with just 3 of you in there. Don't matter to me.
Exactly. It's all good.
All right. But it seems like, let me see. Jess is 1, Corona 2. Corona, yours didn't register because you got a space between the hashtag and Sala. So it ain't going to register like that.
Come on, people.
That's why I'm looking. I'm like, I know I saw more people put Sala in.
Right.
And there must be more messed up. So Corona, get in there correctly, please. Hashtag Sala all together. You guys are acting new around here. I'm not sure what's going on. This isn't.
Oh, Jason, that's a good song to quote. Good throwback.
Yeah, I like that song. It feels good. Yeah. Hurry up, Corona, right now. Damn it. We're waiting on you, sir. Waiting on you. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Let's go. All right. Bosa. Good luck. Bosa. Dawn.
Congrats,
Dawn. Starting it off. What did I do with my marker? I got 3 pens and my marker's not here. Dawn. All right. For CMC. Good luck. Rob D.
Very nice.
Let's see who takes this third, the final one of the round. Brock Purdy. Good luck.
The Brock Purdy Vortex.
No, the clear Brock Purdy.
Oh, that's the clear one. Oh, the Vortex is in the next round.
The Vortex is the swiper. Rob D.
That's the swiper, right? Okay, I'm mixing it up. All right, sweet.
Rob D is currently the swiper.
Swiper spot. Good stuff.
Rob swiping it up, swiping it up. All right. I'll set up the next giveaway here shortly. All right. So let me see. Nobody else. Yeah, congrats to everybody. Hey Zeus, Robert Saleh needs more younger talent on DL and linebacker, or defense will not be. Yeah, we definitely need to stock up on the talent. We can't keep just going to get these random 1 year throwaways from other teams, hoping and praying that they're gonna turn it around here. You know, like you've been asked for 10 years of your career, but let's, hope and pray that you're gonna be our answer. Please, like, be smart about shit.
Yeah.
And then, we're wondering why half our team's injured too. It's like, if you're putting younger talent, of course injuries can happen to everybody. Yeah. But when you're putting a 39, 40 at 40-year-old out there instead of a 23-year-old, chances are not looking.
It's going to happen. So, yeah. Well, hopefully they learn from this year, right? Yeah. This year they went out, they signed these free agents, and for whatever reason, they didn't fully work out. And they wound up turning to the youth, the young guys, right? Who showed out. So it's like, hey, let's continue to get these young guys on the field, damn it.
Yeah.
They're the future of the team. They're on cheap contracts. Let's get them out there. So hopefully they've learned their lesson.
Yeah, if they're able to nail this draft the way they just did this past year's draft, like, holy shit, we'll be in great shape. Yeah, because that's the best draft that they've had thus far. Oh, yeah. And we've only had 1 year of it. Like, to see that many guys contribute to the team, and yeah, it was because of injuries, because of this. Who cares? They contributed. They
got on the field and helped.
We've been begging for that for the last how many years? Like, where's our rookies? Where's our young guys? And then eventually they get shipped off because, oh, well, they didn't do shit. They were asked, well, did they get an opportunity?
Right. Exactly.
Like, you had to be able to get on the field to show you can do something.
Yeah. Ugh.
Like, what's his face that, what's his name that went to the Colts?
Samuel Womack III.
Yeah. It's like he goes over there and shines when, the faithful have been banging the table, like, for him. Like, was a stud on special teams. We give up all our special teams guys. Let's start there.
Yeah.
All of the guys they picked up for special teams, we got rid of them all last season. And then we're wondering why our special teams is ass.
Teams is ass. Yeah.
But yeah, that guy was constantly downing the punts, the kicks at the fucking 1 yard line, the 2 yard, like, such a stud. But we couldn't get him on the field on defense, and it's like, what the fuck? So we're like, okay, well, everybody says, well, the coaches know more than us. They see things in practice that we don't see. Okay, well, maybe he's just ass, right? He goes to the Colts, looks fine and dandy over there. Like,
he's balling out. You know what I'm saying? He's balling out. Meanwhile, we go out and we sign freaking Rocky Sin in free agency and Isaac Yadam in free agency. Rocky Sin never sees the field. He's at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
Isaac Yadam was started, but he gets bounced for a rookie. So it's like, why'd you even go out and sign him? We could have kept this guy who can play and is valuable in special teams.
Exactly.
It was funny. Remember Samuel Womack III, his first ever game was that preseason game against Green Bay, Jordan Love, and he picks Jordan Love off twice in the game. It was like, yo, this dude's a baller. And then we just never see him.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? It makes no sense.
Every time
like how they treat rookies.
that we see a player ball out in preseason, and then the faithful will be banging the table for them, and never do we see him again. Or it takes 3 freaking years, and they played last year with us, and then off to another team they go, and it's just like,
gone.
Okay, well, glad we drafted him. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So all that to say, if the 49ers can hit on the draft like they just passed
Let's do it again.
and actually use the draft picks, like, and we need to. Yeah. Because we can't. And the thing too is when you go out to get these older guys, they don't play special teams. They're old. Yeah, they're not going to be out there running on special teams and getting hit and this and that. So like everything like ties back to special teams. So let's go hit special teams. Our new special teams coordinator, Brant Boyer, coming from the Jets. Now, obviously, him and Saleh overlapped, when Saleh is the head coach there. But the interesting thing is that with Brant, is that normally when you have coaches like get fired and, a new head coach comes in, they fire all the old people. They bring in all their own coaches, their whole, their own crew. That guy managed to last through one firing of a whole crew, last through another firing of a whole crew, and another firing of a whole crew. Like 3 freaking times he lasted. So that shows you right there, like how good he is that every head coach that came on was like, oh, I'm keeping him. Like, I'm not bringing in somebody else. I'll keep him. And, like the top 5 special teams, the last how many ever years. I have a clip that I'm going to play from Pat McAfee and, them reacting to the news of the 49ers hiring Brant Boyer, because I always like to get the perspective of, guys that have been in the league, especially to hear, how they feel about coaches, about, especially guys that have been around, like in the same locker rooms as these guys. Yeah. Chrissy, what's good? What's good? Chrissy. I'm gonna star this because I'm gonna come back to that throwback because I've been seeing that so much. It's like so fucking annoying. Okay, not from you, but I'm saying on Twitter. Like as soon as Saleh came back, it was like, okay, let's bring back every old 49ers defensive player that we kicked to the curb. And it's just like, oh my God. Yeah. Sin, what's good? What's good?
What's going on, Sin?
So, Ty, before I play the clip, let me know how you're feeling about this hire. And chat, let us know how you guys are feeling about the hire of Brant Boyer for special teams.
I feel good. I feel it's an upgrade. Now,
I feel good.
Honestly, I didn't know anything about him, so I had to go out and find out about him.
Right.
But I did one thing that you said you're about to do. I listened to other guys, especially special teams players, and how they reacted to it. And across the board, it was nothing but positive, right? It was nothing but good. And it's from people who've either played under him or just played special teams for years in the league and know what it takes and knows coaches. It's all been all good. So I'm like, all right, that's a positive sign right there.
Right.
And one thing is like when I found out he survived all those regimes, it was like, okay, he must be good if the new guy coming in is saying, no, he can stay. I want him on board. Because like you said, most of the time they're like, all right, I want my own guys in here. So for him to survive and keep his job going means he knows his shit. So I'm very happy with it. I think our special teams will improve greatly. And I can't wait to see, what they do out there.
Yeah. Don says, glad, so excited that we got rid of the idiot. Corona says, I hope he does good for the 49ers. Jimmy, I don't know if I said hey to you, but if not, hello.
What's
if
up,
I
Jimmy?
did, well, hello again. Yeah, let me play this clip. Let me add it here, and then I'll set up the giveaway as that's playing. And shout out to the SF Niners, Brad, because I'm taking the clip off of the video that he posted. since I'm not able to share from Twitter because Twitter wants to lock me on my damn account. So, all right. Hopefully you guys can hear this.
Him to be their special team coordinator.
Oh,
Brant Boyer.
Wow.
San Fran. Holy shit!
Our guy.
This guy's a beast. He was at the Jets, and I think even the Jets fans would say there was a lot that went wrong with our team. Our special teams was great. Blocking kicks, taking kicks to the house, throwbacks, you name it. Boyer's a dog. He played in the NFL 13 years as a, I believe, back whenever it was CTE era. Yeah, he's wedge buster, this guy, as a teamer. Absolute beast. Stud. Great coach. Players love him because he was a player and he has that mentality, but he's obviously very good at his gig. So you got Shanahan, Saleh, and Boyer. That is a great setup for the Niners to bounce back. Christian McCaffrey just going to be okay.
I hope so.
There you go.
So they seemed very hyped about it. Obviously, none of them being 49ers fans.
Right.
And yet, so it's not like no homerism, nothing like that. And the fact that like that's what Brant excelled in. It's not like he was a, safety, yada yada. Like he was a special teamer. That's what he excelled in, was special teams. So the fact that like he knows what it takes. He knows what these guys got to be out there doing.
Exactly.
And then I was watching videos from that the Jets had posted like of their practices and like training camp and whatever. And he's out there doing the like drills, like, in competition, like fielding kicks and shit, like with them, and like all a part of everything, So the fact that we have now back our defensive coordinator who's hands-on, who's like a hype guy, who's, all about like, he is a player's coach through and through, right? Now we got this guy adding, who has all this experience, who seems the same, like a hype guy. Saleh obviously is good with him, or else he wouldn't have recommended him. He wouldn't have let him come back. He wouldn't have let him come here, to add with Shanahan. Like, I feel like the last couple of years, Shanahan's plate was over fucking flowing. Like he couldn't depend on the defensive coordinator like he could years past, so he had to have his hands in the defense. He had to have his hands in special teams because that was a fucking mess, and still trying to do everything on the offense and be a head coach too, and now that Saleh's back, like he don't have to worry about the defense anymore. Like you have somebody that now Saleh has head coaching experience on top of it. Let's not forget that part. Like Shanahan needs that. He lost Mike McDaniel, which was his number one, like did everything with him, so like his plate has just continued to load and load and load each time a staff member gets taken off this team, gets poached away, and when he don't have the guys there that he can trust, obviously, that's what happens. And now, like, I'm so glad that, we got these guys back Saleh back and adding this Brant guy as well, because it's like two guys that actually have their heads on, that know what the hell's going on, not just a fucking hippie and a whoever the hell weirdo that we never freaking saw. Who knows what the hell he was doing? It's like we got real fucking coaches in there. Like this ain't no circus act, this coming up season. Like we're done with that. We're done with the experiments. It's time to get, big boy real coaches back in there.
Yeah, that's what we did. Experienced guys who are in the know. They've had recent experience. I think that's the biggest thing. Like a high level of experience, where their units are ranked 1 through 3rd in the league, top 5, top 3. So it's like, all right, they can do their thing, I can do my thing, and we can get things rolling. So, and it just trickles down to all the other coaches underneath everything.
Right.
And onto the players. So it's like you said, there's been player turnover and such, blah, 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 but there's also been a ton of coaching turnover, right? But now we've just replenished that. And we've replenished it with like the best, right? Like the best that you can get. We've knocked it out the park. So like we got a hell of a coaching trio now across all 3 units. So all 3 units should get back to playing complementary football where the defense is making stops. The offense is freaking scoring touchdowns. And the special teams unit is just covering kicks, not giving up big returns, right? And that lets the defense go out there and dominate and all that good stuff. So, yeah, all 3 phases, we're going to be kicking ass this year.
Yeah. Sim, what's good?
What's up,
good
Tim?
to see you. Jay, what up, what up? And there was one more person snuck in here. Who was it? Who was it? Did I just see? I thought. Anyway, hashtag vibes. Get into the giveaway. Hashtag vibes. Get in there. Let's go on to, since chat seems to be wanting to talk about this so much. The Cowboys have hired Nick Sorensen as their special teams coach. Wow. Like Jerry Jones, I hope that you live to be 190 and you just keep taking care of the Cowboys the way that you have, because
exactly
you're wonderful for them.
Exactly. Keep it going, Jerry.
Fans are in shambles. First, the head coaching news, and now Sorensen. Oh my gosh! Like, thank you, Jerry, for taking him, because, like, it was to the point where we were going to have Kyle Shanahan making up positions just to get him out of important positions.
Yeah,
because it was like he was stuck there. And so I'm glad that, rumors first, it was that Saleh wasn't keeping him on staff, as part of the defense there. So if he wasn't going to be on special teams, then he had nowhere else to go. So I don't know if that kind of pushed him out the door, leading to him then interviewing elsewhere, or if it kind of all just worked out that way. But however it got to that, at least he's out of our hair. And I'm so happy that he can be over there making Cowboys fans miserable. And I look forward to their special teams going from one of the best to one of the worst. So good luck with that. How are you feeling about Sorensen going to the Cowboys?
I don't care. That's on them. Like, their whole coaching decisions have been on them. So, hey, all I care about is, keep Jerry alive. Get him a hyperbaric chamber. Get him some freaking cold cell therapy. Get him the fountain of youth. I don't care. But I need him to stick around for as long as possible. Because as long as he's around, it's good for us. It is very, very good for us.
On social media, on the post announcing today that it was officially official that he got hired over there, I posted this. Oh, hold on. So nice. So chat can hear it.
Can't play. Can't hear nothing.
No?
No.
Well, I can hear it. I don't know why you can't. You guys can't hear it?
Maybe because I got one earphone.
I don't know. I mean, it's loud here, so I don't know why you guys can't possibly hear it. But it says, I don't know who needed to hear this, but good for you. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm so happy for them. they can just continue to be sucking. I listened to their press conference last night of their head coach, the introductory press conference or whatever. Woo! I'm so glad that we don't have to deal with Jerry Jones, man. They asked him one question and he rambled on for a good 20 fucking minutes and never even answered the question.
Yep.
I kept just thinking, like, what is he fucking talking about?
Exactly.
Like, oh my gosh,
That's
he just went rambling from one thing to like he's definitely missing something. And then
he's losing it.
When they introduced Jerry, right? And they're like,
I saw that. Yeah.
And then they introduced the head coach, and then they get to introduce Jerry's son, and it was silent in there.
Nobody. You can hear a pin drop. And it was like, yo.
And the head coach is like, oh, I'll clap for you. Uh-huh. I'm like, man, they do not like that guy.
Nope. Yo.
Freaking hilarious. Hashtag vibes. Get into the giveaway. We got, for those that just joined, we have Garendo Green, Bernardo Green, and Bryant Young. So get in there. Hashtag vibes. Get your asses in there.
Get in there.
All right. So rumors coming out of Senior Bowl are that the 49ers are interested in bringing Joe Flacco as their backup quarterback. How do we feel about Flacco possibly joining the 49ers? Obviously, that means that we'll be getting rid of Brandon Allen, whatever his name was, who they were all, their contracts are up anyways.
Yeah, they're free agents anyway, yeah.
Now, I don't know necessarily how I feel about Flacco, but the thing is that he has one Super Bowl experience, a lot of playoff experience, a lot of playing time experience. So if we just need him, let's say for maybe emergency 1 or 2 games, I'm cool with that. I want to bring in somebody that is experienced and that Brock can actually learn from. And because those 2 backups that we had this past year, they're no help to Brock.
No.
Like, not to be rude, but they don't bring nothing to the table that's going to help Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's smarter than them already. Well, not the astronaut, but, like, what's he going to... He plays a completely different style of freaking football.
Yeah.
Like, if you're bringing in somebody that's actually has all that experience, and like I said, it don't necessarily have to be a 40-year-old freaking Flacco, but... Like, can we get somebody in there with some knowledge, somebody, that when we get into the playoffs can actually help Brock? Not that we get into the playoffs and it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I never fucking been here. Like, what if Brock Purdy gets hurt in the playoffs and we got to lean on some fucking rookie that has no clue to get out there gun shy? Like, did you guys see how Josh Allen was acting in the playoffs? The first fucking half? Like, nervous, dropping the snap every freaking 2 minutes, like, and that's an experienced quarterback. Like, I don't want to have to be relying on some fucking nobody to get out there and our season's up to this guy. Like, we need some experience in there. So the rumor was that Joe Flacco's camp should be listening because 49ers, Steelers, and Patriots are interested in him.
Wow.
How do you guys feel about Flacco? He is a statue.
He is a statue. I tell you what, just for the statue's sake, like if Kyle wants Brock to stand in the pocket and read and deliver the ball, Joe Flacco is a good guy to, pick a ear, to like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Yada, yada, yada. That's the way to go. And like you said, just to have an experienced backup, just in case something happens, you never know, right? You turn into a guy who's been there before. You're not, it's not a journeyman like a Brandon Allen, or you're like, oh Lord,
yeah.
Let's hope. Let's hope he can get us through this. At least you got a guy who's been there where you're like, all right, Joe, just do your job, right? Get the ball to the playmakers.
I had no faith that Allen was going to win us a fucking game.
Yeah.
Not one single ounce of faith.
Yeah. It was like I said, you just go in there and you just hope. hope, oh, please let us, it's like that. With Joe, he's been there and he's won games recently. Like last season before, it's not like he's a complete old fart that hasn't been doing nothing for the past couple of years. So if the rumors are true and if he winds up here, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. We've never had that older, veteran QB that Brock could possibly learn some things from. So this might be good for him.
Yeah, it's just been Brock figure it out. Like we brought in Sammy D, who he didn't even figure it out his own self. So what's he gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, just to think, the little things that these vets know how to do, just take care of their body for the course of a season, and okay, beginning of the season you do this, but the end of the season you need to do this. It's totally different, and that keeps you going. Just little things like that he can learn from would benefit.
Yeah. Chat seems to be mixed on it. Mason Rudolph. Cooper Rush. I don't know. I mean, that's not, he never been to a fucking playoffs. He never done shit.
Yeah. So these are all rumors.
Everything you're telling us, like Mason Rudolph, he has no experience. He's never done shit. So that's not bringing up our point. Yeah, of course we can find cheaper and younger and no experience. Of course, that's not the point is to bring in somebody that can actually help Brock grow his game, learn the shit that nobody's been there to fucking teach him this entire time.
Yeah.
Sim, that's a coach. Why are you acting like you're new and you're not understanding what the fuck I'm talking about? I'm not understanding. There's a difference between a good quarterback room and just bringing in bums to fill the quarterback room. There's a huge difference. Now, if you want to bring in an older vet plus another younger guy, there's 3 spots. There's 3 quarterback spots. So that could be done. I'm just saying, I want somebody in there with fucking experience, somebody that's been into the playoffs. If they've been to the Super Bowl, even fucking better.
Yeah.
Because we have not had that experience in the quarterback room. Now, coaches and players, 2 fucking different things. I don't know what's not clicking here. Am I speaking Spanish? Am I speaking Chinese? I don't know. But I didn't think it was that foreign of a concept, what I was talking about. But if you all disagree, that's fine. You can fucking disagree, but don't act like I'm just talking fucking nonsense.
Yeah. One plus for Flacco is that he's spent, most of his career playing against AFC opponents. So he kind of knows them. So, get to the big game, that can help in some way.
Yeah.
So you got to look at that. Oh, I know what this team does. Yeah. We could pick his brain a little, know how to attack him.
Exactly. Not a Brandon Allen that literally has not done a goddamn fucking thing.
Yeah.
The team he was drafted or picked up to, they didn't even fucking want him. He was on the Bengals. They got rid of his ass. He was no help to their freaking quarterback. Can we not get somebody in there that can actually help our quarterback? Learn a little, grow a little. Come on. Everybody else has vets. When you draft a rookie safety, we're always talking about, they got a vet safety in the room. They got a vet cornerback in the room to help them.
Exactly.
The linebackers. There's a vet linebacker to help the young guys. Brock's never had that. That's all I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the coaches, nothing to do with bringing in Joe Schmo that has no fucking experience, because that's what we've had.
Right.
So I love all of your guys' people you want to bring in, but that's similar to what we've had this whole time. All right, I'm drawing Garendo, Green, and then Brian.
Hashtag vibes. Get your hashtags in.
6 of y'all in there, so sorry for the rest of y'all. Good luck. I didn't check your spelling to see if you guys had it together. You guys are just spaces. Chat is just crazy today. I don't know what's going on. Don, congrats, Don.
Congrats.
They couldn't spell, couldn't put in hashtags. Like, I don't know, Ty. Chat's tripping. Don. All right, so we got Don and Rob currently tied
right?
Swiper 2-2. So let's see what's gonna happen. Bernardo Green, good luck. Bernardo Green.
Oh, there you go. Rob jumps into the
Robbie.
lead. He's like, forget this tie stuff. Taking it back.
Bernardo Green going to Rob. All right. All comes down to Bryant Young. Is Don going to tie it up? Does somebody else win? What happens?
Hall of Famer, BY.
Good luck. See if Rob gets to give away the Swiper card.
Dion in the house. What up, my guy?
Dion, what's good? Rob
Nope.
D. He said, I'll
Rob
just
said,
win
nope.
that myself.
Exactly. I'm solidifying this. There will be no tie.
Taking a 4-piece. A whole 4-piece home. Congrats to Rob and Don. The only 2 winners.
And that's wild. As other people were entering. Yeah.
All right, Rob. We got the Swiper. Brock Purdy. Vortex. Who's it going to, Rob?
Yeah, pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Who's it going to? Somebody else in the chat right now. Let's see who Rob's going to pay it forward to. Sin. Congrats, Sin.
Congrats.
Brock Purdy. Vortex going to Sin. From Rob. Congrats to all of you. Yay. We'll have a new Swiper card for next week.
Congrats.
So yay. All right. Kinlaw. So as soon as news broke of Saleh coming back, all of a sudden it was, oh, well, we should bring back Kinlaw and Solomon Thomas. 2 of the players, I swear, that the faithful hated the most.
I know, right?
They talked the most shit about. Like, and now all of a sudden, oh, we should bring them back.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Now,
all of a sudden they're beloved or whatever. I know a lot of people were joking about it.
No,
there were some people who were
people serious.
That's what I'm saying. There was a lot of people that were serious as well. And it's like, all right, now you couldn't stand him when he was here. Now all of a sudden, oh, come on now. Dion, I see you. Light skin brothers in effect. Team light skin, go. But yeah, it's like, and it's like, they were rotational guys. They were backups. And let's not forget, when we played them week 1, they ain't do nothing. Like, we seen them in action up close under Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
Did you see anything stand out that you would want to bring them back? I mean, other than, they played for us before, there's no reason to.
Yeah. Right.
You know what, Kali? I said the same thing. Just bring Kinlaw back for the IG lives. Now that would be fun.
Kinlaw's knees will be swelled up just getting on the plane coming to San Fran to sign his contract.
Taking a 5-hour flight.
What's up, Lava? But yeah, like if you're bringing Kinlaw back on a $900 deal and he's the 10th string, then okay. But if we have to rely on him at any time to play, like I'm not cool with it. Like we can find a better. And if we're planning on actually doing something, if we're planning on ever beating the Chiefs, we can't keep just bringing back old guys that were not good to begin with. Like, we have to be getting better. We ain't beating the Chiefs with Kinlaw and Solomon Thomas.
You gotta look for upgrades. Yeah. Can't be the same soup just reheated. You gotta do better.
Like,
we need better ingredients, better stuff. We need a new meal.
Like, people are so weird. I'm not understanding that. Yeah, Solomon, can you imagine Kinlaw and Solomon Thomas trying to stop Mahomes in the Super Bowl?
Just ain't gonna work.
No, I don't want them. No. We can find much better. Now, yes, these are two old players that I'd be willing. Of course, DJ Jones. I hated that we ever lost him. I've been wanting him back every single year since.
Me too.
And then obviously DJ Reed, I never thought, with the way that he left and all that happened, I never thought that would even be a thing for him, to come back this way. But now that there's the Saleh, that Saleh was his coach there, and obviously, him coming back might sway him to come back this way. Now we do need, obviously a third corner, with Renardo Green and Lenore, and we have like no depth whatsoever. So we still need to draft, maybe pick up more free agents as well. Like, the back end of our defense is very thin right now. Our defense is very thin all over right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you can get DJ Reed back and he's not breaking the bank.
Exactly. That's the key.
Yeah, because I don't know what kind of money
deal. Right.
Because how old is he even now?
I don't even know. Can't be that old. You never know.
28.
Oh, it's only 28.
And he turned 28 in November. So
dude's in his prime.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Sim. He might be out of the price range.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if not, and if he wants, we don't know how he feels about Saleh. If he thinks Saleh is the best thing since sliced bread, maybe he's interested in coming and playing for a little bit cheaper to be with Saleh. But if he has a team that's willing to pay him and throw a bag of money at him, I'm sure he's not going to be wanting to, rush back to the 49ers.
and this season, there's a lot of teams with a lot of cap money. I'm talking a lot of cap money. Like, they got money to throw around at people. And it's a lot of bad teams with a lot of cap money. So he could be getting a nice bag.
Yeah, I agree. What's up, stranger? Hope you're doing well, sir. Hey. Hiding in the cut. Just talking to Dion, coming into my podcast and just only speaking to Dion is crazy. That's pretty crazy, but I'll let you slide this time. I'll let you slide this time. All right. Let's talk real quick before we get out of here. Super Bowl. I swear, this is like the 49ers fans, like, nightmare of a fucking scenario to be in the Super Bowl. Like, both teams, like, out of both teams that I was rooting for to win this past weekend, like, neither of you could fucking take care of business. The Bills couldn't do get it done. Commanders, obviously, I thought it was a slim chance in hell that they were going to get it done, but still, I was hoping and praying that they did. And I'm just like, come on. Like, the Bills, are you ever going to be able to beat Kansas City? Is this ever going to be a thing that you beat them in the playoffs when it fucking matters?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. So now, do we who are you guys watching the Super Bowl? Let's start there. Are you guys even watching the Super Bowl? Because I saw a lot of fans saying they're not even going to watch. Me, there's no way. Like, I don't care how mad I am about whatever teams are playing. There's no way I'm not watching the Super Bowl. So I'm a football fan through and through. I'm not missing the Super Bowl. I know, Tony, like crazy. I can't believe it. Like I watched their press conferences and just Josh Allen just like making my heart so sad. It was just like, man, he seems like so heartbroken and just like so defeated. And like, trust me, like I know how it feels losing to those mofos. So like now are we wanting Mahomes to finish the three-peat? Or are we going to put up with the worst fans in football rubbing it in our face that they were able to beat Mahomes before we could?
Like Christian McCaffrey said, I hope they both lose. like it's the worst case scenario. The worst. The worst.
I know.
The only saving grace is that I know it's the Super Bowl. Like I like Saquon Barkley, always have, even when he's at Penn State. So I'd be happy if he got the ring. But other than that, I'm just not interested. I'm just not. I can't stand the refs. I can't stand Philly fans. I can't. It's just not fun at all. It's just not.
So my family's from Philly. They're all Philly fans. So if the Eagles win, I'm going to be pissed, obviously, because of my own fandom. But I'm going to be happy for them. My mom, she's super excited, obviously, that the Eagles are back in the Super Bowl. And with Saquon, they actually have a chance to, like, if it was the Eagles minus Saquon, just having to rely on Hurts and
no, we've seen that movie before.
Like, I would not even expect them to have a chance.
Yeah.
Now, Saquon, if he can go off like he's been these last few playoff games, like he's been fucking unstoppable.
Yeah.
And it's going to be his birthday, the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow. Check that out.
And so, this past playoff game that they beat the Commanders, before the game, he had said that he wanted to go out there and, like have a game to say thank you to the Eagles and to the fans for taking a chance on him, paying, an older running back and, all that. And he went out there and he fucking said thank you for sure, because he took that game over. He took that game over. Now, here's the difference. Commanders don't have Spags coaching their defense. So if Spags can dial up something to be able to stop the run game and force Hurts to beat you, I don't think they can do it.
Nope.
I think the Chiefs win. But if they can't stop Saquon,
that's the whole thing.
It'll be
Yep, it could be a long day.
Yeah. So I'm very torn because like I cannot stand even like I swear
God. Every time they show him
in the NFL. I cannot stand him. And their fans are just so
they just get so assholey about it. Like, oh my gosh. It's bad.
We already have to deal with Kansas City fans anyway, so
yeah.
That's why I'm like torn. But at the same time, like, do I want my family, my mom, to be all sad because their team chokes again? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I wish that they could both lose, because this is just the worst scenario for 49ers fans, I swear. But what can we do?
What can we do? The game will go on, despite how we feel.
I'm with you, Throwback. Aside from my family, from Sin's husband, from the handful of good fans, Philly fans that they have, like, God, they have so many terrible ones.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't want those people to win shit. Like they don't deserve to win anything ever. Like they were tearing up their city just for freaking winning last week.
Exactly.
Can you imagine what that city gonna look like again?
Oh my gosh.
They're crazy. Like that city gets torn up, win or loss.
I know. Like we're just going to tear it up either way.
It took 4 years for Eagles fans to finally shut up after beating Brady. I know. And like, can you imagine now they go and they beat Mahomes?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the 49ers fan, I mean, the Eagles fan that I'm friends with on Twitter, that's his whole thing. Oh, can you imagine if we beat the 2 greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game to get our Super Bowls? And it's just like, I do not want to hear that. Especially the fact that we lost to this mofo.
Exactly.
Twice.
Yeah.
And now they're going to go in there. Like, I'd much rather them be with us losing twice to them recently.
Right.
I think that's where I'm at because they're just so disgusting.
Yeah.
And yeah, Chiefs fans always, to me anyways, my experience with Chiefs fans after the Super Bowl, they're always respectful.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have every fan base has assholes. Let's start there. But the majority of the Chiefs fans that I've ever come in contact with have always been respectful.
And that's the thing.
I cannot say the same about the Eagles fans.
That's the thing. It's the complete opposite. It's like you said, the majority of the Eagles fans are assholes.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, dude, I just can't get a good game. Keep it moving. Like, not from none of y'all. What's going on? Nope. They got to be so extra. Yeah.
Yes, and we will never hear the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
You, Sin, are never going to hear the end of it. You have to live with it.
She down there.
And her husband is a Phillies Eagles fan, so she had to hear that going into bed every night. He's going to say, good night, babe. The Eagles won. Sweet dreams. The Eagles won.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. The Eagles won.
Walking around the house talking about EAGLES Eagles. Might get kicked out.
What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Tommy?
All right. Ty, any closing thoughts? Anything you want to tell the good people about shows, whatever you got going on?
Yeah, just tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, East Coast Red and Gold show. Me, Jess, Matt, Rebecca, we'll be kicking it, talking about all things 49ers. So come join us. It's a fun show. And that's it. Yep.
Sounds good. Chat. I don't know why the hell you guys are so annoying today, but I still love you guys anyways. Just like my kids sometimes, you just have to give a little. And then, straighten up. I love y'all. I appreciate you all so much. I'll be back Thursday. I'm not sure yet what time because, like I said, Steph will be driving from the Senior Bowl to, I think, New Orleans. So whenever she gets there and settled, then we will go live. So just make sure that, you got those noties on because she'll be giving us all that firsthand info straight from the Senior Bowl. And yeah, she's there with a big group of, the 49ers content creators. So be able to share notes and get all the info to you guys. So I'm looking forward to Thursday's show. So we can see because, rumors had coming out from there that John Lynch was very, very dialed in to the O-line versus D-line drills. So
yeah,
hopefully we get one on each side at least.
I'm telling you, for former safety, John Lynch is heavily invested in the trenches.
Yeah,
it's like he wanted to be a former D lineman in his past life or something. Like he's all about it.
Yeah,
so, it wouldn't shock me if we're going either way in the draft. We know that. Like that 11 pick is not going to be on a receiver.
Right. So yeah, beef up those trenches, John, because if we're planning on beating the Eagles, even they got their trenches are great. The Lions, Kansas City, like we need to beef up those trenches on both sides.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thursday, we'll get all the Senior Bowl info out there. So make sure you guys tune in then. And Ty and I will be back Monday and Tuesday, talk WNBA and 49ers. Until then, everybody have a safe and wonderful rest of your week and weekend. We're out of here, chat. Much love. Peace.